Longtooth is not, after all, the father of us all, the mighty wolf, calling me to really and truly join him. No, he calls me to join him for reasons of his own lust. He calls that I might wander out on my own, and once amid his large pack be set upon and torn from limb to limb. I would be undone, without ever having the chance to tell the tale I have now begun. Like any tale worth telling, there are good parts and bad parts, funny parts and sad parts. For just like humans, I know and see and smell and feel a wide range of life experiences. I draw my strength from the food I eat and the water I drink. I know the passing of the seasons. I wasn't always the only dog here. Belle was my sister from the same litter, and Cassie was our big sister, who came from a land called New Jersey. I feel I know a fair amount, but I am not going to pretend to you folk that I know anything about geography. New Jersey sounds all bright and shiny. I will digress for just a few minutes and tell you a story Cassie always told us about the shore. The shore is what they called the meeting of a vast body of water known as the Atlantic Ocean, and the land as we know it. There was a stretch of sand in between the lapping waves and regular ground. One day, at least this is what Cassie says, she was walking on the beach at the shore with Laura and Dan, and she came upon this crazy high dune which she climbed to the top of. This dune had to be at least 30 feet high, and as she was prancing about on top of it, she looked down and saw Laura and Dan well below on the normal beach level. As she stood at the very edge, they started waving their arms and yelling, "No! No, Cassie, get away from the edge! No! Go down along the bank! No!" Well, with the breeze blowing and the waves roaring, she could not hear what they were yelling, and figured that something very important was going on and she better get to them as soon as she could. In her words, she let it rip. She just leaped into the air from 30 feet up, just flailing and falling and gliding all at the same time. To this day, I reckon sand must be an awful forgiving type of thing, as the story did not entail any trip to the vet or broken bones or any nightmares at all. She reported a bit of soreness in her front shoulders for a day or two, and that was that. She never did truly understand the horror and shock and then relief upon Laura and Dan's faces once it was known she was A-OK. I was always a little doubtful of that story until one day Cassie jumped from the star tower to the regular ground. That was about 10 feet high and something I had no interest in doing, as the landing looked quite painful. As all Cassie said was, "Well, that is no Jersey sand for sure. Good thing I didn't jump from the dune onto this ground." Springtime isn't all sun and clear skies. Rainy days are aplenty. When the skies open up in a deluge of life-bringing water drops, the fur-clad critters kind of hunker down and try to wait it out. It doesn't seem to slow the birds down